Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal. So I have thought on it, I have dreamed on it, lost in the eternal wood, as is the Bloodwheel's will, and we have been granted the dispensation that we do not need to take a restriction with us into the Five Skull mission. In part due to our active pre-penance, pre-atonement, using the penance mech on that last mission when we didn't even have to. And I hear the murmurs in the crowd, I hear those of you out there saying, hey SB, if you're using the penance mech just because it's like good at its job, is it really even functional as a form of punishment anymore? And to you, I would say, dude, what are you doing? Don't criticize the Bloodwheel's will out loud. You trying to get us all killed? Come on, show some restraint. So anyway, before we get onto this Five Skull mission, though, there is one more mission to do here. So let us figure out exactly how we will be doing it. The Bloodwheel, I accidentally left the sound on. There's sound on that thing. Okay, apparently what we will be doing today is grinding the unfaithful beneath our heels. This means that each of our mechs in this mission must step on an enemy, either by performing a melee attack on a downed enemy or by performing a DFA. So, that's gonna color things somewhat. I'm glad that I stopped and repaired the two of our mechs that were reasonably damaged. I'm pressing all of the wrong buttons here. What I'm trying to do is go to the mech bay to show you how repaired the mechs are. That was weirdly difficult. So the Marauder and the Cataphract are both larger scale repair jobs that are going to take multiple days. Fortunately, we don't have to re-outfit the Cataphract at all. It's just, it's going to take a little while. But the Orion and the Grasshopper, or the Dragonfly, I put them back together. I figured the Annihilator's not actually damaged enough to need repairs. It's like 9 points of structure here, 20 points of structure there. It's probably fine. 20 points of center torso structure is... Those are the important structure points, but still, I think we're okay. So we're going to step into this. I think we're going to take this one all salvage, right? We're okay on money for a little while. I chose restrictive finances since we passed over the new month threshold while the repairs were going on. This should be okay. Okay, sorry about that. We had a minor equipment failure, but everything is fine-ish now, I think. There's something wrong with my RAM, or it's probably just Windows 10. God, Windows 10 is... Anyway, focus. So I went ahead and figured out, I used the opportunity to save you several minutes of me hemming and hawing over which mechs are appropriate to bring on such a mission. For a while there, I was like, well, maybe it's the Warhammer, because, the extra movement. The Annihilator's great and very powerful, but also quite slow. But I think the plan here is we're gonna tough it out, we're gonna figure it out, because it is worth the extra power. This is we're probably looking at a DFA on this one. What is it hit for when you do that? 250 damage, so it's going to do 125 to each leg, which is going to blow through the armor. We do not have enough leg armor to not take structure damage there. Well, it is what it is. Man, maybe I'm wrong. The reason I was thinking not bringing the Warhammer is that we don't actually have two functional pilots with coolant vent right now. We only have two pilots who have coolant vent, and one of them is injured. And I was figuring it's hard to run the Crab and the Warhammer without them having coolant vent, right? But maybe my plan of saving you having to listen to me waver on this is apparently falling apart a little bit. No, we're gonna run it like this. We will figure the thing out with the Annihilator. We may have to be cautious not to kill an enemy at some point. And, we don't have to do the DFA. We could do the Annihilator by knocking a mech over and just having him stomp. Also, if we get thrown at... If there are vehicles in the enemy grouping, you can just meleeing a vehicle grinds them beneath your heel. It's going to be fine. It's going to be very doable. Alright, also, I don't want to promise anything here, but... I'm hoping that we will get both of the missions on this planet out this episode. We're gonna try. We're gonna try real hard not to do one mission episodes, or at least like episodes where we travel from place to place and have events and stuff maybe, but like I'm bummed out when an episode is just a single mission, unless that mission is particularly epic in scope. So I'm gonna do my best to play a little bit faster here. We gotta go to a base, we gotta blow up some guys, we gotta rescue a scientist. Quote-unquote rescue. There's a reason the word extract is used, and it's because it does not imply intent on the part of the scientist. Alright, move up, do the thing, go to the place. Got it. Darius, I don't know if you know this, but I've piloted a robot before. Okay, don't think there's anything to it except just running forward for the moment. This is not a situation where we're going to be trying to take up long-range sniping positions or anything. It's just go, go, go. Look at that. Look at returned running 6 points of evasion on the crab. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I'm a little surprised we didn't pick up a reading yet.
Right, Commander.
I'll tell you what, we've all already ground plenty of cars beneath our heels. You'd think that would count for something.
I'm rolling.
Apparently, as soon as we had to start going uphill, that really slowed down some of the larger mechs. So there is a vehicle. It might be something we can step on. Do I want to let them come forward and burn shots against guys who have considerable evasion? I think so. Oh, actually, everything that the enemy has moves on 1, so that strategy won't even work. That being the case, I guess we try to do something. I really don't like firing on a Battlemaster that has Bulwark, though. Okay, we're not going to move the Orion at the very least. The Orion does not go first.
What can I do for you?
Apparently, I just... Oh, this is still the Orion.
Reporting.
Here we go. This is what I was looking for. There we go. I wanted to maybe get vision of this vehicle, because it might be a thing that has to die immediately, right? There are definitely some vehicles that fit that description. I don't really want to get in line of sight of that guy over there, and I don't think the flamethrowers will matter against a vehicle anyway, so this is a fine spot to jump to. It is a Shrek PPC carrier. Okay, it's in kind of an awkward spot. I don't know that we're necessarily going to be able to step on it anyway, so maybe I just try to drill through it real fast. It's unlikely that we will get a kill, even if we use the precision shot here, so I'm not going to bother. We're just gonna... Boy, do I even want to fire everything? Maybe I just fire the large laser? Here, we'll do it like this. The goal here is not to kill this thing, because we probably can't, but rather to just punch a hole in the armor somewhere for everybody else to exploit. Okay, did that all go... That pretty much all went front. That's actually really good. That's a great outcome.
I hear you.
Now, unfortunately, I think we're a little low on weapons that can actually hit that thing. Oh, okay, if I move over here with you, I'll be visible to whatever that is. And I'm getting 2 evasion no matter how I make this move, so yeah, alright.
You betcha.
That is a 1G Battlemaster. It's the same thing as over here. Okay. Well, it's not entirely ideal, but I do want this thing dead, and apparently the Orion can afford to just fire all the rockets. It's not even a big deal. It's nice to have a mech or 2 that can actually manage their heat. Especially since a lot of our coolant vent pilots died somehow. I can't imagine. Can't imagine what would have happened to them. Alright, now this is a little awkward. I don't really want to be going here. And unfortunately, neither of the remaining mechs have sensor lock. But what we can do, I guess, is just... I probably shouldn't jump, even though I would like the extra point of evasion, just because Uncrackable's going to have issues managing heat. Although this turn I suppose I could have, because I'm only going to fire one of the guns. We're just going to try to get that lucky breaching shot.
I'm on him.
And I mean, even if it doesn't go where it's supposed to go, yeah, breaching shot to the leg, it still goes through the armor. It's fine. And honestly, hitting that guy in the leg might well be the thing we're after.
Serious armor loss.
Do not like significant armor loss to the leg. That's going to make that... Ooh, yeah, that makes that DFA a real questionable thought. Alright, we don't have to step on each enemy. It's each of my mechs has to step on someone. So we can go ahead and blow this guy up. I have no problem just giving him the full porky here, so to speak. That sounds way more like a sex thing if you're not if you're not familiar with Starship Titanic and the reference. Do I just let him have it? UAC 20 ammo is pretty valuable. Maybe we don't fire the UAC this turn. With it being like a 60% shot, I just didn't think that that was necessarily a good idea. I do love that we've pierced that leg already. Banshee 3E, okay. So not hugely dangerous, but it does have 2 reasonable long-range weapons.
Let's go.
So, for the tonnage that we're facing here, these are honestly not that dangerous of a group of enemies. So what do we need to do? We need to... And we need to close is what we need to do. I'm not wild about just, like, run at the dude, but maybe we need to just run at the dude. We don't know how many enemies that we are looking at here, so we might have to get pretty aggressive about finding our opportunities. I'm just going to push him.
Turbo. How might I help?
We do not walk slowly. We are, in fact, part of the Turbo team. We're going to have the bigger, slower mechs take an aim shot at his leg, probably. I would really love it if we could get him to take his turn, and then we could do that. So that he would be down for our entire next turn.
Orders?
The worst case, the worst version of this, right, is the one where he, the one where we knock him down and he just gets right back up again. Like, so much tub thumping. I think we can, wow, having a little bit of an issue here with the holographic advertisements. I think we can go for the real headshots.
Here we go.
Okay, we got there. You put enough lead in the air, you're gonna hit something. It's basically the the concept on which our mercenary company was founded. Okay, that's pretty bad. That's where the ammo is, right?
Armor,
Yeah.
Commander.
But the good news is he came closer to us. So we should be able to punish him for his hubris here. How much armor does he have in that leg? Not that much. Now, the real downside of this is going to be that we can't necessarily guarantee that we'll be able to hit him while he's down with the slower mechs, even if his leg is gone, because the slower mechs move on 1. I really wish that there was a thing below the slowest mechs. What I could do instead here is use the resolve on vigilance and then try to use the faster mechs to take his leg out so that the crab acting on 2 can run over and stomp him, because I'm reasonably sure we can make that distance. You know what? I'm going to do that. I know that that's a little unusual. And then we're going to hit him hard, but I'm going to not give him the UAC again because I don't want to accidentally kill him. Well, you know what? We're not going to accidentally kill him. This will generate some good stability damage, just in case. Just in case we can't get his leg. We might still be able to knock him down in other ways. Ooh, speaking of which, I might get knocked down.
Commander. Commander?
Alright, so the Orion needs to move to a position where it's easy for him to target this leg. But a normal move so that he goes back down below the unsteadiness threshold. And I need to keep my right side cradled safe from the enemies, so... So we kind of want to be, like, over... This is going to be a little awkward. If I do something like that, I'm exposing my back armor. I need something like this. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Affirmative.
I can't get in the appropriate arc. We're just going to have to trust the aim.
Commencing alpha threat.
Okay, that was enough. That was enough.
Critical hit, Commander.
And now the crab, moving on 2, should be able to get over there and put the boots to him. We're still going to have to manufacture a situation for the Annihilator, and that's not going to be easy to do. It is going to be easier to do. Yeah, get him. It's going to be easier to do when we only have 1 enemy left.
Engaging physical attack.
I wish I knew something about crab anatomy so that I could make some kind of crab stemming on a guy kind of joke here. I don't know what kind of joke that is exactly. And it was, I think, critical to get that done with the crab as early as possible because of the fact that the crab does not have jump jets, and so an emergency DFA is not even an option. I think we're going to have the Dragonfly run over here. We're going to turn off all of the non-flamer weapons. This is not about damage. It is about dropping 90 heat on this dude.
Locking on
Or
target.
70? 60? No, 90. Yeah, we can hit for 90. We didn't, but we could. I kind of think we might just jump shot this guy with the Annihilator right now. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, no ammo bin explosions. Good,
You
good,
can
good.
see daylight through my armor.
I know, buddy. I know it's scary. You're just gonna have to hold out. We have to just go for it, right? This is gonna bust up the leg of the Annihilator really badly, but I'm so nervous that we won't get the shot at all. Or we won't get another chance at this. Because that guy, it's gonna be hard to keep that guy alive and still long enough to approach him without him killing somebody else, and I'm just going for it.
Engaging jump jet.
Did you miss? No, okay. I was gonna say, if he missed, that's actually like a terrifying scenario that I did not even think about.
Blow through. Internal damage.
Okay. This guy is gonna get DFA'd probably.
Reporting. Internal damage.
Smart move, though, to try to counter the heat strategy. Okay, you can also DFA. Your legs are pretty messed up too, though, right? Yeah, so it's 190 damage, so we take 95 on each leg. So that's a lot of leg damage. And it would be better to stomp on a guy who is downed. Let me let the Grasshopper go first. We're going to reserve down. Let the Grasshopper do this. The Grasshopper is actually pretty good at this thing. And we have proper leg armor, and we also have the mods to make this both more damaging to the enemy and less damaging to the Grasshopper itself. And we still get to use the flamethrowers when we do it. Oh wow, my jump jets are powerful enough that I could DFA that guy from here. Alright, I probably want to hit... We haven't done any damage to him at all. Let's go for the left side. No, the right side. Try to take off the PPC.
Death from above.
Stability damage on my own mech.
There's a hole in my armor.
It's a rough situation. Okay, there we go. That's a much better hit. The DFA does knock this guy over, in addition to probably shearing off some pieces. But I think I need to do it from here, because I can't... If I do it from here, I'm showing my weak side. From here, I'll be showing my front to the enemy, which is not great, but it's better. Oh, no, wait, that's a walking move. I'm glad I didn't... Oh, I have to show my rear armor if I want this. Maybe my plan... Okay. Maybe my plan with the Orion has to be different. That's too dangerous. We have to try to take one of the Banshee's legs, I think. So I kind of want to... Let's see, you can't be too far away. Oh, this is the mission boundary right here. I was going to run into those trees for a little bit of cover. Ah, this is tricky. You can't be too far away, but I do want you to be... I do want you to have more evasion. Maybe we just run directly... If I run directly at it, it's going to punch me. I know that. Yeah, if I run anywhere other than away, it's going to punch me. I end my turn right... If I reserve right now, this guy's just going to shoot me. But what I really want to do is have the Orion move after other people. We're probably going to lose the arm. In fact, we're definitely going to lose the arm. There's no way we don't. Can you make it into these trees over here? Ooh, you can. He'll never be able to execute a normal melee attack from there. Alright, we need to try to guess at where that guy's movement range ends, basically. The Battlemaster still has all of its weapons. Alright, the Orion just has to kill this battle. There's no way to do this. The Orion has to kill the Battlemaster. Okay, we can take cover here. That'll help.
Right, Commander.
We have to kill the Battlemaster now. We have to try to get that guy the other guy under control. And we could aim, but I don't know how much it matters. I want to spend the resolve. Yeah, I guess I may as well. So, the Battlemaster 1S, I'm reasonably sure, is not on our list, right? Right, the 1G is the only Battlemaster that matters. And we're not going to get any salvage here, by the way. No salvage that matters. None of these guys matter at all, which is a real shame. Let's go for the leg. We only have to deal 23 damage, and it is pretty easy to get the 2 pieces of salvage. We can at least build one of these just for us to have it. So I need to hit with 2 missiles. I'm going to give him 2 of the 6 pods. That should be, yeah, comfortable destruction without any risk of destroying the center torso. So we at least get to make sure we're taking that extra point of salvage. Alright, another big punch. The other arm.
Armor breach. Internal damage. Damage minimal.
That's a knockdown. Turns out, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, not an ideal strategy. There's a reason people don't usually play this way.
Confirm.
Okay, let us go forth and remove his leg. Oh, we want the crab for this, right? I know we have no refire problems with the UAC because we took a turn off to do a melee attack. So this really seems like the way to do this.
All weapons committed.
Alright. Boy, I sure hope the Annihilator is close enough, or not the Annihilator, but the Orion is close enough to be able to melee attack that guy. And now we need to figure out what we do want to do with the Annihilator. I want to soften him up, but we have to be careful not to kill him. Let's go to his legs as well. The Banshee 3E... Okay, the Banshee 3E is a design we need. I can't really work his head. I could try to... finish off his left torso? Yeah, maybe that's the right move. Because we want to kill him by taking the head. If we destroy one leg and one torso portion, I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect the salvage. As long as he dies by pilot death or headshot. So maybe what we do here is we just take a real soft shot, maybe like... That's an awkward amount of health for that to have. Maybe like this? That doesn't run the risk of accidentally coring him. It allows me to miss totally with one of the weapons and still... Yeah.
Copy that. Critical hit.
Alright. He gets back up, he's lost a weapon at least. And in fact, we also critically hit the PPC through the armor on there, so it's less effective than it used to be.
Waiting for orders.
Tell me you have... You do not. You do not have melee distance. Could we destroy this building? Maybe. Hold on. Grasshopper time. Oh no, the grasshopper's down on 1. Shoot, that's right, because it got knocked over.
Good to go.
I can't hit him. I can't melee him. No! Oh, that sucks. I do not want to have to do a 5-skull mission with the Penance mech. Alright, well, it looks like we might be in for a DFA. We tried really hard to gin up a situation here where we could do this a different way. He's gonna get up on his turn. We don't have a way to knock him down without killing him. So we can't put him on the ground again. Actually, this sucks a huge amount because he's going to get up on his turn and he's probably going to try to kill the dragonfly and we can't really stop him from doing it. So I have to kill him, I think. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be reinforcements? Maybe. All that work, all that damage, all that extra time we're going to have to spend repairing, and I'm still going to fail. It's frustrating. Yeah.
Time to fly.
Don't actually have an option. There just has to be reinforcements or we lose. And I mean, like, you know, not lose, but you know what I mean.
All weapons are go.
Let's try to take
Enemies
home.
down.
I did enough damage to the pilot to kill him.
Yes, Commander.
You know, we gave it the old college try, though. We did make a legitimate attempt.
Location acknowledged.
Let's
Confirmed.
put the scientist in the crab in case there is another
On
a
my
reinforcement pod. Crab, do this part.
way. Reporting.
Alright, we're loading him in. Nobody else needs to do anything.
The asset has been
Nope,
secured
that's it.
and is
Shit,
ready for
man.
retrieval.
That stupid building. If the dragonfly had not been knocked down, we would have been able to just destroy the building, and then we could have had the guy run through. That would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good. Alright, and we're not exactly getting high value out of our 5 points of priority salvage. I mean, we do finish the Banshee 3E. That's a thing on the list. That's a thing that needed doing. And then we take probably 2 parts of a Battlemaster 1G, or... We already have a 1G. So we could start trying to build a 1S, just because it's another body. I guess let's do that. We don't really need a second 1G. Are there any... There are no interesting weapons, actually. There's a plus 15 DFA damage leg mod. Which we might get. Actually, we got all of the pieces of mech salvage except for one. Because 23 salvage. We did not get that leg mod. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it, like, almost at all. So, Penance Mech on a 5 skull. These are the rules. This is what we have elected to live by. We're gonna take a moment to do some repairs, because we busted up some mechs pretty badly here.
That mech you wanted is
Let's
back.
figure out exactly, do I want to... let's send it to storage for right now. I don't know what to do with it yet. Let's have a look at what mechs we're going to run for the mission, and then we'll figure out where we need to make repairs. So this is going to be an assassinate. I think we can probably take it like this, because in order to go up to 3 points of priority salvage... Right now we have just... We have about 2.5 months of pay. I don't want to go 0 money here. I think this is a fine balance. Okay, so what we would run here is... We gotta take this one seriously. This is gonna be a hard one. Oh man, our pilots... Actually, we only have 4 pilots who have 3 skills. So I guess we know what pilots we're using. The Crab, the Annihilator... The Stalker. Stalker comes in on this. And then... Is it the Orion? No, it's the Penance Mech. Damn it. So that means that the Annihilator is the only one that needs repairs. I think this is the lineup, though. So yeah, let's go get the Annihilator repaired. It actually is in really bad shape now. Three days. Rough. Then the other ones obviously will run most of those repairs during travel time. This is going to be a challenge. We must not be afraid to bail. Better to bail on this and have people and mechs live than to fail it. Alright. So... Penance Mech is... which... The Centurion, yeah. And Stalker in for Dragonfly. How do we best assign these pilots? Who is where? Honestly, Trampoline and the Penance Mech might be the right move because of the multi-target. No, we probably want multi-target on the Stalker. I was just thinking that, like, directing the Infernos to multiple different targets might actually be the right thing to do sometimes. But I gotta remember they have, like, medium laser range, so it's not often going to be the case that we're even capable of directing them to 2 different targets. Alright, I think this is the squad. You know, being able to overheat people on Initiative 4 may not be so bad. And we're still running a five symbol squad. This is still semi-legitimate. Semi-legitimate. This will be taking place in the lowlands, not in an urban environment, so the bulwark's likely to be a little bit more useful. I think they did a good job with the urban environments. Like if bulwark's really important to you, you have the option of destroying buildings for the purpose of creating cover, but it devalues bulwark in favor of sure footing a little bit, generally speaking, which I think is a good balance because bulwark is super powerful and very easy to use in like every other environment. I think they've, honestly, on the overall, I think they've done a really fantastic job with most of the parts of this game. I think that the writing's a little much in some places, in the sense that not that there is anything wrong with the writing that exists, but that there is too much of the writing in most places. And also, this career mode should be 600 days at most, maybe even fewer. Or you should have an option to fiddle with that. Like there should be a couple of career modes available, or there could be a slider or something. 1,200 days is wild. It's a crazy number, and they picked it for lore reasons after having made the game, because the career mode came in with the first expansion. So they really put themselves in a position there. All right, we have an assassination to perform.
It is a sea of green out there.
I am hopeful that we are going to find that the mech we're assassinating is one of the useful ones, one of the ones that we really want the pieces of. I think we want to put the stalker down toward the water if possible, because it does have some heat issues.
Affirmative, Commander.
And of course the crab just needs to get to whatever part of the land it can move the most quickly across. They have a Cyclops, right? There's no way for a 70-ton mech to move on 4 otherwise. That's a pilot with bonus initiative, plus they have a Cyclops initiative boosting them. You can't get vision on anybody else. I'm gonna hold.
Roger.
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
By which he means, of course, you are 100% guaranteed to get caught in a crossfire. And walk close enough to see you. Is that? That's an 80?
Waiting for orders.
This is not good.
Orders.
Can we get vision with the crab first? We can. Well, let's do that. What do we have? It's an archer. That archer's a pretty high priority. Do I even want to shoot at it, is the question. Because I'm not going to be able to do any meaningful damage. I guess I may as well. The crab doesn't generate any heat from shooting 2 large lasers. Let's put some DPS out there.
Good to go.
Ready to rock.
And then the Annihilator moves up a little bit more aggressively and tries to take its head clean off, because boy, wouldn't it be great if we just removed its head. So we have a decision to make here. Do we want to fire all of the weapons? Because like a 20% damage reduction on the 72 damage AC-10s brings them back down to 60, which makes the headshot non-lethal. Or do we just fire one weapon and fingers crossed on the breaching shot? If we fire all the weapons, we're pretty likely to get a bullet into his head, which makes our job a lot easier next turn. But we could just go for the high-risk, high-reward here. I'm going to give him everything, I think.
Fun time.
Okay, so we took him down to 1 head health. No, we took him down to 9 head health. We must have hit him with the AC-5, I guess. Did a bunch of damage in other places. I think that works out to be the right move.
Yes, Commander.
I hear
You are not going yet. Stalker plays from further away and also in the water. Hooray. Look at that. No heat generated at all. Thank you, water cooling.
All weapons are go.
Even through him being entrenched, we managed to put on that much stability damage. And we almost We got through the armor here. So the penance mech can't get to a spot where we're firing into that arc, can we? No. Even all the way over here, we're still in the front. I'm gonna stay back. We'll just give him the PPC and hope that there's a non-zero chance that the PPC will just hit the right body part and knock his arm clean off with an ammo explosion. But if all it does is give him the sensor debuff, that's fine. There was also a small chance that it would have knocked his head off. Okay, that was a big gun. I wonder if it was the big gun.
Receiving you.
48 resolve means that even if we kill this guy, we don't get the thing we're looking for, so we have to... Alright, I'm gonna potentially, foolishly, jump in over here,
Jump jet.
get some vision and some evasion. So that was an AC-10 that was fired. You know, at least the Cataphract 1X is not heavily armored. So Lance Initiative increased and 10% damage. Oh, okay. So we did hit him with one of the big guns in the head. It's just that he has a damage reduction effect from that Cyclops, that fancy Cyclops. All right, I'm gonna hit this guy with all of the weapons.
On.
75 is pretty good. It is wild to me that you get 8 volleys with the Infernos. I guess I had been assuming that they had 4 volleys because flamethrowers have 4 volleys, and it says the number 8 on them, but they fire 2 missiles at a time. So, given what, I sort of wonder if they should maybe buff flamethrowers a little bit.
Serious armor loss. What can I do for you?
Given what they are willing to do with these guys, I mean. Let's just keep working that archer, right?
Firing everything I've got.
I was gonna say, if that doesn't go through the armor, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Alright, so that pilot's in rough shape. That pilot actually has 3 points of damage on him already. Knockdown plus torso explosion.
Barely
I am,
Commander.
so they have... That's a whole enemy lance that just shot at us from a distance with the LRMs. That's super annoying. Alright, we can move to here, get in the water. I could jump for evasion into the water. That's probably smart.
Lifting off.
The water will take care of most of the excess heat. That's an awesome 8Q, which we do still need to finish. This is too many mechs. This is too many big mechs. I'm gonna, you know what? We're gonna fire everything because I'd really love to get. Yeah, okay.
Go time.
Wanted to make sure it happened.
Target down.
That's pretty good for us. And then the crab. Can't get UAC range on him. Can get it on him. Cataphract's probably fairly easy to kill, but I think if we could get a lucky headshot and remove it right now, I'm pretty sure that means they no longer have vision of the penance mech.
All weapons emitted.
Ah, it didn't work. We got a headshot, but it was with the laser.
Oh, it's on now.
Alright, so the penance mech needs to fall way back, way away from the enemies. I wish I had a better indication of actual sightlines and distance. Because I'd love to feel secure that I am not in that guy's vision anymore.
Up high.
And we'll do this, and we will tap him with the PPC to knock him over. Really? I'm still gonna do it.
Locking on.
I think knocking that guy down is worth it, but that sucks.
Over the red line.
It's a minor amount of structure damage on several of my... I believe on each body part. Okay. I don't mind that. Good to take some damage on the Stalker, because the Stalker will be able to stay out of most of the combat. So he's got Bulwark. Do we just try to kill this guy? We might be able to. He only has 200 center torso health. We took off his arms, he'd lose his big guns. No, wait, the AC-10 is apparently body-mounted. Yeah, okay, so the right torso is really where we'd want to go for, probably. Or we just try to core him. We do a lot of damage. I could probably core him. We can get a straight-ish shot from there. Ah, but that's bad ranging, I see. The indirect fire is better, because I don't move myself out of optimal range. I mean, I want to get myself some evasion or some line of cover breaking or something, or some line of sight breaking. Yeah, that's just a little bit too far away. And if I step to here, where I'm still in optimal range, I'm also still in direct line of sight. Okay. Can I even generate a single point of evasion? I cannot. Well, then I will just shoot him. Oh, wait. That was showing my hit chances considerably better than that. Okay, we'll actually move forward then.
Affirmative.
Apparently I was standing slightly out of range. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Critical hit, Commander.
That guy is much less dangerous than he used to be. We do need to do something about all these missile volleys, but my guess is that the only thing we can really do about them is kill these mechs fast. Just deny the enemy vision of us. That's an Atlas, I think. And that is an Annihilator.
Confirmed.
Nothing hits for 72. So yeah, we've just been pushed by an Atlas 7D. This is a real mech. This is a big, dangerous thing. He is out in the open with no cover, but he also has 5 points of evasion on him. I have enough resolve to try 2 aim shots. I think maybe I have to. He's so dangerous. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna have to probably cool and vent here. Yes, I am. Wow, extremely true. Massively, massively true. 45%. But, like I said, this is not a joke. This guy has to die.
All weapons emitted.
Okay. One of the large lasers hitting the head makes the Annihilator's job much more likely.
Yep.
The Annihilator needs to start moving in the direction of threatening their Annihilator.
All weapons.
Come on.
Go.
Any one of the weapons does it. Nothing.
Critical hit.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's dangerous.
Getting banged up real good here.
Waiting for orders.
Well, we can blast him with the PPC. At least get a little bit of, Ooh, I'm a little leery of moving forward. I don't want to become visible. Right, we need to take a turn of not moving, ideally. And I generate too much damn heat. Okay, well... That being the case, I guess we're just doing a sensor lock. Or maybe we even just brace? This mech needs to get toward the water. I didn't realize how bad our heat management really was. It's a bad situation.
Aye, aye.
I think part of the problem is that is them getting to throw 8 mechs at us, all of which have LRMs. that definitely complicates the issue. Stalker needs to get behind the rock, which we can
That was a
do
heavy hit, Commander.
relatively
Good to go.
easily here. Might cost me a turn of fire. Now, if I step up here and accept a turn of normal heat generation, we can do this. So you just put the Atlas on the ground, I'm not going to be able to kill it probably, but we can at least screw up its weapons. Because to try to kill it, we could knock this side off. That would destroy all of the missile weapons, but the AC-20 is on the other side, of course. Everybody always mounts their AC-20 right. And it took no... The sector it's in took no damage. Try to go for his leg, but I don't think it's worth spending Resolve. I think we just do enough... we do enough stability damage here that we will put him down. Maybe we get lucky and blow that arm off, which does help.
Critical hit, Commander.
Doesn't take off the AC-20, but hopefully the inaccuracy caused by him having to stand up will make it non-operable. Here comes their Annihilator, pushing my Annihilator. Pretty big mech. This is so we're fighting 2 5-skull lances simultaneously. That's what this mission is. I hate it very much. Okay, we need to present the crab as a real threat to everyone. And this guy's head has 25 health. That's a shame. I was hoping it was low enough that a single LB-20X projectile would be lethal. Obviously, we're going to go for his face. Cannot fire the UAC. I think we can give him everything else. Either of the lasers or 2 LB-20X projectiles finishes the job. Nothing. Center torso armor starting to look pretty thin at least. Wow. I cannot...
Armor breach. Internal damage.
An AC-20 shot at that distance while you have the I just stood up debuff and everything, that must have been a pretty low percentage shot. Okay, so you're gonna die, huh? The UAC side is breached. Gonna disengage a little bit here.
Affirmative.
But this is like really dangerous. Do we just drill center? I will do enough damage to core him. I would love to take home the pieces of this thing, obviously, but survivability has got to be the primary concern at this moment. It's only 187 damage. Yeah, we will totally get the core. I'm just going to take the core.
Firing.
Criminy.
Enemy eliminated.
Let's hit him hard.
Remember that if our Annihilator gets cored, we lose it. We're playing with the rule that cored mechs are unsalvageable.
Ready for orders.
I can blast their guy with the PPC debuff. That's probably worth doing. Ooh. No, I can't. Never mind. I can't hit him. We're just gonna run really fast. I guess to here. Alright, the second 5-star mech, or the second 5-star lance is now in visual range. This is going to be tricky for the crab, because the crab's optimal pathing is going to show its back to them. Wow, that's a 20, is it?
My armor.
Two 20s. Or it might be two 15s.
Ooh, took a heavy hit there.
Oh, and that's a Victor, with an AC-20.
For orders.
So... And of course, their Annihilator has Bulwark. That guy doesn't have Bulwark. Maybe we just try to, He does have Entrenched, though. So we can't knock him over. It's not really reasonable to knock him over. I had to shoot at somebody. I should not shoot. We could try to drill... You know, he doesn't have that much armor. Try to drill through here. This will leave us with enough resolve to take one more aim shot. Come on, ammo bin. Ah, that's a shame.
Damage minimal.
You know, these designs where, like, the mech's not optimal at any range, but you just, like, jam some LRMs and stuff on there, make a lot more sense if you know you're going to be able to bring 8 mechs to every fight. 8 LRM-10s is actually pretty good. I don't think they'll be able to reestablish vision of me if I'm all the way over here. We jump over and brace. And then the crab somehow cannot, under any circumstances, reestablish vision of these guys? Really? Okay, that's interesting. Could just run up behind this guy and punch him. That'll let me recover some heat. And that does negatively affect their vision. Would I would absolutely not be guaranteed a kill, but I do need to lose some heat. And I do get the kill if the punch goes to the right torso, in which case all of it goes through to the center. Oh no, actually a center is not a kill. He has 135 center armor. Am I allowed to... No, I do not have any other punching positions. So if I punch him, I'm guaranteed not to kill him. I might shear off his left side, though. And the punch can also go to a leg, potentially. I think I'm going to do it because we need the heat loss. This is still good damage.
Give him everything you've got.
Where did I hit him? I did hit the center. Okay, so his center is very, very weak, then.
Damage minimal.
He's in a place where a PPC shot could absolutely just kill him. And we've lost enough heat that I'm allowed to fire my PPC now. 85%. I think I'm going to go for his belly.
Confirmed.
We're just going to try to core him.
Acknowledged.
Really?
No joy.
95% is not 100%. I've never been sadder about that.
Enemy in rear
Because that would have meant that the enemies didn't have vision to do this thing. The 3 volleys of missiles that I'm now going to take. Which I really shouldn't be taking, because, again,
warning.
that guy should be dead.
Internal damage.
Okay.
Warning. Armor low.
And then they get 3 more turns. Do we have to hit the withdraw button right now? Maybe. It might not be possible to win this. Because even if we do deny this guy, even if we kill this guy and deny them vision, the 80-ton Victor is probably close enough that it can move in and see him. And because we failed to get its AC-20, it'll AC-20 him in the back armor, and we know it will work because that's how it always goes. Yeah, we have to scoop.
Wait.
We're gonna lose the crab, and also probably and after losing the crab, we would just lose everybody else. Like, even if we let that turn happen and the crab goes down, which it's not guaranteed that it would, to be clear. But if we let that turn happen and the crab goes down, or even if the crab just loses the UAC, we then have to retreat. The mission's no longer completable at that moment. So we may as well just bail now. Do we want to take a second piece of the Archer, which does seem to be a pretty good mech, or do we want to start on an Atlas? Because the Atlas is a pretty powerful thing. I'm gonna grab a piece of the Atlas. The Atlas is on our the big decider here, the big split there. Oh, they gave us a piece of the Archer anyway. That was lucky. The big decider there is that the Atlas is on our list of mechs that we have to take, and the Archer is not. That's pretty grim. If we had not had the penance mech, if I had planned better in the first mission, we definitely would have had a better chance. Would we have been able to pull that off? I don't know, man. Having to fight 8 5-skull mechs at a time is pretty rough. Okay, well, this planet did the things we needed it to do. It made us a bunch of money. It actually got us quite a bit of good salvage, even though that last mission felt pretty bad. To be perfectly honest, we came out of it with probably about the amount of... I mean, when you really think about it, we got 2 good mech parts, which is what we had on the priority salvage anyway. So all we really missed out on was the money, and it wasn't even that much money. That was kind of... We lost a little bit of MRB rating, but that's completely irrelevant, because we'll be well past the MRB cap by the end of the game. And we lost a little bit of Capellan rating, Capellan reputation, but we're going to betray them in pretty short order here. So that was going to happen too. That actually was, from an outcome perspective, that was probably about as good as winning that mission. So, I guess, in a sense, I'm actually kind of happy about that outcome. Alright, that's going to be it for us for today. I'm glad that I took the moment to really think about that so that I don't have to spend the rest of the day all bummed out. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we are flying toward that Liao flashpoint. Finally, it's going to happen. And we'll see you then.